Hey YouTube, Onyx ATX here to discuss the Remington 870 Express Tactical Magpul edition. That's a whole mouthful, and it is safety checked. Everything's empty. Side saddle's loaded, but the tube and chamber is not. Had opportunity to go out and shoot this today, and was very happy with everything. No complaints at all, no malfunctions. You know, it runs like you would expect an 870 to perform. So the differences on this aside, most of you guys already know what an 870 is, and we don't need to get into the 500 versus 870 or pump versus auto or any of that business. But the 870 is pretty much kind of your standard shotgun as far as law enforcement use. It's been around forever, time tested, durable, great for a lot of varieties of uses. So kind of what makes this one different, we'll just go head to toe on here. This is a, you know, your standard cylindrical choke. However, it is ported and very aggressive. So you do have the cylindrical choke for your spread, but also you can use this as an impact weapon as well as the ported. So if you need to breach a door, you can jam it in the wood and fire and have the gas release out the side. 6 rounds in the tube. There is no extension on this. This is just how it is on this this model, and then one, so 6 plus 1, and then 6 more on the side saddle. The fore end is a Magpul MOE. Came on it since it's the Magpul edition. No complaints. It's not the most comfortable thing, but it does have a nice stop up front. And I didn't even think about this until I was firing it, but when you bring this up, that's a nice little push on there with a full extension. So it does help the shotgun be a little more controllable. Now, moving further back, this is apparently duracoated black, just for a little extra protection against the elements in this edition. We'll get to this in a second. It does have a rail mounted on there, as well as excess ghost ring sights. The front is just a bead. It's not paint, not fiber optics or tritium. It is replaceable, so I might go that route. I'm not sure yet, but I do like the ghost ring sights quite a bit. Out of the box, it was shooting a little high right. The height was not too much of an issue. I didn't get a chance to adjust the windage. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but not bad. It held consistent groups. As you can see in the video, I had one that I just pulled a little too quick and threw it low right, but the rest, you know, grouping was good at 25 yards, 50 yards the same. I didn't have an issue. Everything was on paper at 50. The group was about 6 inches, and I say that because there was about a 6-inch hole in the paper when I was done firing it. The side saddle does not come by default. That is something I've added on, which I highly recommend doing, because 6 plus 1 is pretty limited, or 6 if you don't carry ready and have this sitting around safe. But on this particular shotgun, probably the thing I like most is this strange looking stock. It does look goofy. That was kind of weird at first. I'm not sure I like exactly how it looks, but I very much like how it functions. So I could really care less about the looks, as long as it's not, you know, pink and purple polka dots or hearts with wings flying all over it or something stupid like that. But kind of the features of this, Um, like I said, on here out of the box, it does have spacer plates. There's 2 in now, 1/2 inch each. 2 more I'm not using, for adjustable length of pull. So depending on how you want your length of pull, the size of your frame, you can take these in or out. So that's 2 inches of adjustment right there. The pad is pretty good. I was shooting slugs today. Not bad. I could have shot all day with it, and I really can't feel anything in my shoulder now. So it's, not the softest thing for slugs, but it gets the job done, and I have no intention of replacing it. The stock also has adjustable height for your cheek weld. Standard piece is this one right here. We'll see if we can get a comparison. The one I run is about 1/2 inch higher, and then there's a third in the box that is another 1/2 inch on top of this. If that'll show up well. This one's a little too high for me. This one's a little too low. For this, when I pull up, my cheek sits right perfect where the ghost ring sights are where they need to be. So I don't even have to really think, and it's my cheek weld's good, which is great. I really like that. Action, honestly, I don't know if it's this particular gun or the model or what's going on, but it's a lot smoother than you would expect an 870 to be. I really have no issues with the action on this. There's no grittiness, no grindy. I'm good with it. Maybe you guys really want something smooth, but in my opinion, this is pretty good. Much smoother than a lot of other 870s I've felt. So I don't know if it's this particular shotgun or if it's the addition that they've smoothed something out. I couldn't really tell you. And then what I had on here earlier that it actually was doing great when I was shooting at 50 yards is the great. Now I can't get the thing on. Awesome. There's my first fail. Meprolite M21 reflex sight, no batteries. It's fiber optic and tritium based, so always on, low light, high light conditions. I like it a lot. There's a few things that I'm kind of iffy on, but we'll go into that in another video. The pros and cons on this is if I'm shooting at night or low light or need very fast target acquisition, both eyes open, I can see my reticle and be where I need to be real fast. I also don't really have to worry about cheek weld with this because it's sitting higher up. If I did, I would throw on, that. But I like this setup because if I need to acquire something fast, even if I'm not have it all the way up, I can be looking at the reticle, both eyes open very quickly, and be on target. If I need more precision or don't want this on here, then I want to leave the stock how it is now so I can get a good cheek weld through the ghost ring sights. Obviously this can't be co-witnessed, but it's quick detach. It's kind of a pain to get on for some reason. You saw me stumbling there a little bit, but comes off real fast. It also, again, this is clear so people don't freak out. The safety is on, and you might expect it to get in the way with combat reloads. However, it doesn't. Generally, if I'm combat reloading, it's back, I'll grab it with my left hand, go over and throw it in. And while that's a little extra height, my hand can roll over it fine. Surf that out. No issues there. And again, we're clear again. That is live rounds, so be very, very careful if you're doing that. Dry practice is fine, but if you're using any live ammunition, safety on, finger off the trigger, be careful. Also, know what your backdrop is if you have any live ammo in here. I have 2 walls outside there. I have from here 1, 2, 3, 4 walls. So worst case scenario, I know I'm not destroying anything important. But talking about destroying important things, it also comes with the Art of the Dynamic Shotgun Magpul DVD, which is pretty good. You know, I'm not going to say go out and buy this because I believe when it came out it was pretty pricey, but for being packaged in, yeah, give it a go. But if you're watching this DVD, you're probably gonna be thinking, oh, I wanna try this. I wanna play with my shotgun while I'm watching it, which rightfully so. You get excited. You see those guys shooting and want to do it. Do not even practice with live rounds. Don't do that. Like I said, I'm not against every now and then practicing combat reloads or speed reloads or whatever with live ammo, as long as you're extremely cautious. But if you're getting really into watching, you know, a DVD or something, that's just a recipe for disaster. Don't do that. Please be safe. Because I know somebody has got this DVD and blown apart their mom's TV, or, you know, their front door, or the clock on the wall, or something, trying to be cool in their house. Save that stuff for the range. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feedback, do let me know. Again, this is not a cheap shotgun. I think it MSRP's for, you know, right around 800. I could be off. It might be 885 or something. I haven't checked. Obviously, you guys know you generally don't pay MSRP 20% less or more. But I picked it up for a reasonable price. Again, I don't go into details on all that stuff exactly, but this is over $100 stock. So there's a good chunk of it, and I do like the stock a lot. I wouldn't have any complaints if it didn't come with one, throwing it on myself. So that, you know, that makes up for some of the price and the 4-in choke, all that stuff. But yeah, highly recommend. If you do get a chance to shoot this, go for it. If you're in the market for a more tactical shotgun, go for it. Hunting, you can obviously change the choke out and limit it down to whatever capacity is allowed for hunting in your specific area. But you know, easy to convert over to hunting applications if need be. I'll probably take this out skeet and trap shooting here sometime soon and see how it runs there with the M21. You know, not competition, just for fun, and then see how I like the ghost ring sights for that. But this is a lot nicer for both eyes open, so you can really see what's going on, acquire targets, be aware of your surroundings, and also it functions with no light. So that's primarily why it's on in the house. If I need to grab it in the middle of the night, then, you know, I can see what I'm doing. I do have lights and rails I can throw on here, so, you know, mount a weapons light on there. I don't have it on at the time. I have one actually sitting right there. I could toss on if need be. But yeah, highly recommend it. Again, any questions, comments, hit me up if you want to see more on this or any of my other firearms. Let me know. Be safe. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.